Bible Study Guide Day 73, Deuteronomy 8-10. In chapter 8, Moses continues to remind the Israelites of God's faithfulness and provision throughout their journey in the wilderness. He emphasizes the importance of following God's commands and not forgetting his love and guidance. Moses reminds them that even in the midst of trials and challenges, God has been with them, providing sustenance and protection. He encourages them to remember God's discipline and correction, as it is for their own good. Moses also warns the Israelites against becoming proud and forgetting that it is God who gives them power to succeed. He reminds them that it's not their own strength or abilities that have brought them abundance, but the hand of God. We can apply this lesson in our own lives by staying humble and grateful for all that God has given us. When we recognize His sovereignty and acknowledge Him as the source of our blessings, we can guard against pride and remain grateful for His provision. In chapter 9, Moses reminds the Israelites that it's not because of their righteousness that God has selected them to inherit the promised land. Rather, it is because of His faithfulness to fulfill the promise made to their ancestors. This serves as a powerful reminder for us today that our righteousness or good deeds do not earn us favor with God. It is only through His grace and mercy that we are chosen and forgiven. Moses also recounts the incident with the golden calf, where the Israelites turned away from God and worshipped idols. He emphasizes that it was only through His intercession and prayer that God showed mercy and did not destroy them. Moses also reminds the Israelites of their fearful rebellion at Kadesh Barnea, and the times they grumbled over food and water, doubted His plan, and wished they were back in Egypt. We can learn from the Israelites' mistakes and remember to always trust in God's plan, even when we may not understand it. We should also guard against idolatry and turning away from God, as He is the only true source of salvation and provision. In chapter 10, Moses talks about the replacement off the tablets containing the 10 Commandments. After breaking the first set in anger, God instructs Moses to make new tablets and reminds him of the importance of keeping His commandments. This serves as a reminder for us to always prioritize obedience to God's word, even if we may have failed in the past. Just as God gave the Israelites a second chance, He also gives us grace and forgiveness when we turn back to Him and strive to follow His ways. Moses concludes this chapter by reminding the Israelites of their responsibility to love and serve the Lord with all their heart and soul. This is not just a commandment, but also an invitation for us to experience the fullness of God's love and blessings in our lives. Moses reminds the Israelites that God chose them out of all the nations to be His treasured possession and calls them to walk in His ways. This is a call for us today as well, to fear and honor God above all else and live out our faith through our actions. As we reflect on these chapters, let us remember the Lord, rely on His grace rather than our own righteousness, and prioritize obedience and service to Him above all else. May we constantly seek His guidance and remain faithful to His word in our daily lives. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help us spread the word. God bless you.